A manager gooses his team about a lackluster area of performance.
Friday Night Baseball on the show, and we come your way from the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan. Tonight, the start of a three-game interleague series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Detroit Tigers. Michael Fulmer is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Detroit. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, thanks, man. On the bump, Michael Fulmer. Boy, what really turned his career around, learning the straight changeup. Always had a big arm when he came up in the Mets farm system, but since he arrived in the big leagues, more than that big arm, the fastball 95 to 97 miles an hour, straight changeup, one of the best in baseball. Also has a curveball to go along with it. If he brings the changeup and the good one with him, he will be really tough to hit.
So, guys, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, you never know right here. Interleague game, when the weather gets cold, this could be a nice harbinger to what we're going to see in the Fall Classic right here. 2 first-place teams going to lock horns in a battle, and I'm jacked up.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Fulmer, a 27-year-old. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Hey, Dero, James Kingsley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approachable.
Good job.
On to first, and the Redbird rally goes for naught as that ends the inning. Digging in, Jay Casillas. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James is in pursuit. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Next up for Detroit, Romeo Santos. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one.
Romeo Santos.
Lifted in the air out to left. James on the move, but he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. Next for the Tigers, James McCann. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. This one's down to third. Webster has it, and a wild throw there as he tried for the backhand, but it got right by him. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren James. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove. The relay. And he'll get in there safely.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so when he got the changeup, he was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Antoine Webster, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lifted in the air out to left. Casillas moves over. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third, as this should get him on the board. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly, as that'll square things at 1-1. Striding in once again, Jose Martinez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here it comes, 0-2. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias.
Leading off for the Tigers, the shortstop, number 1, Jose Iglesias.
The 3-1 pitch. Line toward the gap in left center, but this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out, number 1.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Now at the plate, Jay Casillas.
Fielder number 22, James Casillas.
The 2-2. Fly ball right down the line in left. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out. Digging in to try it again, Romeo Santos. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Tigers. Score remains tied 1-1. Digging in and looking for more, Darren James. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Now here it comes. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. The 1-0 home. Finds the zone, strike 1.
Looks like he's got a good feel for that two-seam fastball this far into the game. He's used it really effectively tonight.
Lifted in the air to center. Amarista is there. 1 down. Ready for another chance. Miguel Cabrera, lifetime against Drew Storen. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Fly ball to straightaway left. James comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. Ready once again, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Too low with a fastball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
0-2 pitch, not even close to the zone, and a fastball might be an indication that he's going to start using some of his secondary pitches.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Digging in once again, Romeo Santos. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
James is there, and that won't help the cause. It's a quick out here to start the home.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next two, the series is theirs.
Tonight's game comes to an end, 5-1 the final score. Afternoon baseball for your viewing pleasure on a fine Sunday. Mike Fiers will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. So, fellas, these Tigers, as they begin play here today, they come in trying to put together a complete ball game as they've lost their last 2.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Digging in now, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And that one just missed outside. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Barton is camped under this one, and he puts it away for the first down. So here's the cleanup hitter. Yasmani Grandal reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. The windup and the 0-1. This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like...
Ready for another shot now, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers, hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And they take the lead. It's gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 6th home run on the season for him as the Redbirds have taken a 2-0 lead.
Well, when it left its bat, I didn't think it had the height to even clear the fence. Shows you how much I know. That thing was a laser shot that just kept going and going and going. Wow, that was impressive.
So back to the top of the Detroit lineup, digging in, Victor Gutierrez. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits.
So the shutout still intact here in the 6th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And we see there that they're currently ranked 3rd best in that category in the NL. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a looper to left. That's a hit. The first of the game for the Tigers.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another.
So stepping in, Mikey Matza, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Hit in the air out to left field. James moves over. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position. Tigers get just the one. We're through 6 full. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Tigers 1. Darren James will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. From the stretch. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
Come on,
now
beat
here's
it
a
out,
bouncing
beat it
ball
out.
headed for Iglesias at short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. Bottom half of the inning here in Detroit. Get up and stretch. The Cardinals lead it 5-1. And that'll bring up Mikey Mata.
Now batting, left fielder, Mikey Matu.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James has a play. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing something right. Great team effort.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. Kendall Graveman, a right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, in a day and age where runs are scored at an alarming rate, this guy's been pretty rock solid. Last 3 starts, ERA under 2.00. Not an easy thing to do, and you'll know if he's on early. If he's good and on point in the first inning, that usually means he's going to be rock solid throughout the rest of the game.
James comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out.
So here's how the Cardinals are.
Digging in the switch hitter, Darren James. He had a homer in the ballgame yesterday afternoon. He's set. Here it comes. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, D-Row, we've got a couple of teams playing some good baseball right now. Unfortunately, a winning streak for one of these teams is going to end today, but boy, this is a great matchup here.
Yeah, I'm excited to call this one with you two guys. Definitely. The two teams playing top of their game right now, really playing well. Both come in on winning streaks. We're going to see who's able to execute in this one.
2-1 now. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Guys, this is a team that's just continued to gain momentum throughout the year. What have been the keys to their success?
Yeah, I don't think we can be surprised. They're on fire right now. Continuing a hot start, Matty, no doubt. They've stayed strong. They've come out of spring training with one goal in mind, and that's to get to the postseason. Strong starting rotation, a lineup that doesn't quit. The guys seem to really rally around each other, and they got one of the strongest bullpens in the game.
All right, make the turn. Round it, round it.
And that will be the first base hit of the ball game for the Cardinals. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, there's another opposite base hit right there, D-Row. He's turning April showers into May foulers right now.
There's no doubt about it. This guy has gotten off to a hot start, but it's his ability to use the whole field. That's what's made the difference. He's not just pull happy or trying to push everything the other way. He's taking what the pitcher's giving him.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Andreas Zamora. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. So in now for Chicago, Marwin Gonzalez. He'll start off the 5th in this one. The windup and the 0-1. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. And that's off the left field wall. Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
Hey, D-Row, it's about time they finally break through. We're into the 5th inning, and that's just their first hit of this game.
Yeah, Danny, it's been a pitcher's delight out there, but I'm an offensive guy. I want to see some balls moved into the gap. First knock, hopefully this is the start of many.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Great job of offense.
Stepping up to the plate, Darren James. They'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. A ball and a strike. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And he chased up and out of the zone. A swing and a miss.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
Hit on the ground to third. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Man, that's surprising, Dan. This guy's flailing at stuff in the dirt and above his head to get to 2 strikes, and then he lays him a cookie.
Boy, you would think after throwing 2 pitches out of the zone that he would triple up and throw a third one either up, down, or in and out, but that one right in the middle of the strike zone.
And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Ready with the 0-1. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Kendall Graveman, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Now a bunt attempt here. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Michael Tolbert, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Hit high and deep to left field. Gonzalez racing back on the warning track. He makes the catch. And to score from third, the tying run.
Great work to do a job right there.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. Past battles with Kendall Graveman. He's only 2 for 10. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James moves over. 1 down.
Hey, no runner, no runner. Cut it.
Striding in, Darren James. 2 base hits, both singles to this point.
Darren James.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball here too low. It's 1-0. 3 runs already home here. Line drive to center field. Almora has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Here's Chris Bryant now. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
Hit high and deep out to left. James ranging back, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. The next to bat for St. Louis, Darren James. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Missed with a slider. The 1-0 home. Finds the zone, strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Lifted the other way to left center. Gonzalez will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Ready now, Victor Caratini, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Fly ball to straightaway left. James is after it, and he tracks it down, and this ball game is over.
You could just see that the confidence is radiating off of them out there right now. That's 6 wins in a row, and this looks like a train that's not about to slow down anytime soon.
And tonight's comes to a conclusion, 6-1 the final. St. Louis rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Kendall Graveman earns his 5th winner of the year as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody. First opened in 2006. We're at beautiful Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Striding into the box, Darren James. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Here's the first pitch to him. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. Well, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal a series right here.
Hit hard up the middle. And that will be the first base hit of the ball game for the Cardinals.
Well, D-Roll, you have to love that if you're a hitter. You get ahead in the count 2-0. You get a fastball right down the middle, and he sure knew what to do with it.
Are you kidding me? You fight tooth and nail to get into count leverage at bats. 2-0, 3-1, 1-0 to buy yourself that fastball middle cut, and he didn't miss it.
At the plate, Antoine Webster. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. Don't know if that was a true hit and run there with 2 strikes or not, but he's into second base safely on the strikeout. Into the box, Breivik Valera, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Darvish pauses. Here's the delivery. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Baez moving to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. We played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. A great look at the famous Gateway Arch here this afternoon. 630 feet high and a symbol. Ready for another chance. Darren James, as the switch hitter, will take his cuts left-handed here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers, hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
From the belt, the pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Davis, the runner at first with 2 gone. A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. And they take the lead. It's gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Cardinals take a 2-1 lead.
Everybody has heard of a hitter punishing a curve or a slider that just hangs. Well, this was a cutter. It just hangs right there out over the heart of the plate, and he didn't miss it. Can't leave it.
Darren James will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. He's set, and the pitch. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. The 0-1 on its way. Behind 0-2 now. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck.
Nope.
And it's 1-2.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
The 1-2 is a fastball that misses.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last two were fastballs trying to get it right by him.
Fastball is outside, and it's full now, 3-2. Three runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals to this point. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Two ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Digging in to try it again, Antoine Webster. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Weak chopper up the line. And he'll save a throw and get the force at third himself. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Ready for another shot now. Breivik Valera. He flew out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim most recently. And a dive, but he's back in. Comes set and the 0-1.
Let's go, beat it up.
Drilled right back up the middle. The second for 1. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. On to the back third here this afternoon, and we've got it for you on the show. Digging in once again, Darren James, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that one just missed outside. Morrow has logged upwards of 900 innings on the mound so far and has an ERA just under 4. A respectable number that he'd like to improve upon in this one. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. 8th inning of this low scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Right over the middle, knee high. Morrow is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited.
And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Ready once again, Antoine Webster.
Third baseman, Antoine Webster.
The 3-1. And that misses ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Breivik Valera. And their runners at the corners now. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Almora. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And they'll add 1 more to the lead. It's now a 5-1 ball game.
Hey, talk about having... Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
5-1 the final total in today's game. Time to get the weekend started with Friday Night Baseball from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the St. Louis Cardinals. It's Cardinals baseball next on the show. Here's Carlos Santana now. His career line against Waka. He's just 1 for 6. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. There's a swing, and he sends the ball high in the air into left field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Some guys have pull power and that's it, but then there are guys like this.
Up next will be Nick Williams, and he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. The 1-1 home. This is line to left, and this is going to wind up as extra bases, as that'll play 1 for sure and maybe a second. And the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game. Already their second double. So coming to the plate, Jorge Alfaro. And the Phils trying to make this first inning even better here. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James giving chase. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. The next to bat for St. Louis, Darren James, one of the better hitters in the game this year, currently 7th in the National League batting race. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Barack Alexander. He'll take his first cuts here, and he'll get back in safely. James leads off first with 1 away. Runner goes.
Go hard, go hard, go hard.
Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And the recovery throw is too late, and there are 2 on with 1 away now.
Hey, hit and run right there. I know the guy had to pull up on second base because the ball didn't get to the outfield, but you know what? You'll take the knock. First and second, regroup. Let's see what happens.
Now both runners are breaking, but he won't have an opportunity to throw either man out. It's ball 4, and the bases are suddenly loaded now with only 1 away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Tommy Pham, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. The 3-0. Oh, and it misses, ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Striding in once again, Darren James. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. From the stretch. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. On to second, but it's a wide throw, and the shortstop can't recover. And they will get it out here as he's tagged out at second. But meanwhile, a run is already in to score. Not particularly graceful there. In now, Darren James. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Seared down the first baseline. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, and not trying to do too much.
Here's a look over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. James aboard here at first with nobody out. And again a throw and a dive, but he's back. The 0-1 pitch. Line drive to center field. Into a slide, and he makes a great catch for the first down. On to first, and they get the double play.
The left fielder, number 30, Matt Kemp.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. James is underneath this one, and he will make the catch, so that'll do it. Digging in the switch hitter, Darren James. He singled his last time up. He's set. Here it comes. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last two pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself at counts where he's likely to be successful.
Line towards center field, and that's in there. Base hit.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So next to the plate for the Phils, Nick Williams. It was a walk in his last trip. Smoked on the ground left side, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
I don't know what side of the fence I fall on, boys. Old school, new school. I think I kind of stand right along that fence. But one thing that gets me jacked up is watching.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Michael Franco. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James sprinting after it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Into the box, Jorge Alfaro. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles.
Oh, hold on. What a stop. The throw to first. Hats off to that one. At the plate, Darren James. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Left fielder, Darren James.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. Hoskins is there, and he's got that all-important first out here to start the ninth. Settling in now, Darren James. A winning run is at first base. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball just a bit up. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here. Good job of making him chase that pitch down below the strike zone. That's where you want to pitch when you're looking for the double play ball.
In the dirt here. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And a huge mistake as that's going to move the winning run into scoring position.
Well, I know what he was thinking there. The pitch before was way out of the zone, and he was hacking. So the pitcher says, hey, if he's going to swing at that, how about this? Solid strategy, except this time it didn't work out, and it's a wild pitch.
Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strike. Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Yeah, no question. He was a tough out up
there. MLB The Show has baseball for you on a Saturday night in St. Louis. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Here it comes. This is in the air out to left field. James has a beat on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. So striding forward now, Jorge Alfaro. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball to straightaway left. James will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Phillies strand. Coming to the plate now, Darren James. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. Now a splitter starts things off with a called strike 1. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide. Lifted in the air out to center field. Herrera's there. He's got it 1 away.
So here's how the Phillies are positioned defensively.
Now at the plate, Nick Williams.
The batter, right fielder, Nick Williams.
Working for the punch out and the offering. This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out. At the plate, Darren James. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Darren James.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1 and 2.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over. Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Now, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
Runners on the move for second. Hit on the ground out to short. Crawford fields it cleanly, and there's one down now. So striding in, Breivik Valera, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ground ball right side. Santana's got it. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Now batting, Barack Alexander, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Stepping in, Jorge Alfaro. He flew out in his last at-bat. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1.
He got that one.
Digging in and looking for more, Darren James. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Davis rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's safe at the plate. As they extend the lead a bit, it's now a 3-1 game.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Striding in, Jose Martinez. Runner in scoring position with two gone. 3 runs already home here. Hit back toward the mound. Tough throw to first. Throw on to first, and a good job of working out of that one with just limited damage as the inning is over. So they get 3 runs on 2 base hits, with one of them being the big home run. 5 innings complete. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Phillies 1. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Darren James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line towards center field. Herrera is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bringing the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
The 1-2. This is hit the other way out toward left field. DeYoung ranging into the outfield, makes the play, 1 away. Digging in, Michael Franco. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Working for the punch-out and the offering. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James moves over, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Well, he didn't even break a sweat in this one. 3 pitches, he gets the out, and heads to the clubhouse to celebrate. Can't do much better than that.
4-2 the final score tonight. The Cards used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Luke Weaver wins his 3rd of the season. John Brebbia. Afternoon baseball now on a lazy Sunday afternoon at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Today, stepping up to the plate, Darren James. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. First pitch of the at-bat. Ball 1. Dan Dero, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they are in the midst of a pretty bad stretch as they've dropped 6 straight coming in.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they've played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little valleys throughout the course of a long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Chasing after it is Williams, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So digging in now, Nick Williams, and he's looking to add on to his 2 RBI game from earlier. Hit in the air to left. James has a play, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Eat it.
Digging in, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Missed with a slider. The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
Come on.
Towards second. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Ready now, Nick Williams. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Right fielder, Nick Williams.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James is going to get there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Ready once again, Darren James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's set, and the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pereira is there, 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 30, Matt Kemp.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. James is going to have room, however, as he makes the catch in deep left center field for the first out. Digging in and looking for more, Gustavo Paniagua. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
James is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Ready for another shot now, Darren James.
Number 8, Darren James.
First pitch on its way. And that one just missed outside.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there, that backdoor slider. That's a very difficult pitch to throw, and particularly throw for a strike. Just missed that outside corner right there, but a good pitch and a tough take there by the hitter.
Now the 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. It is a fastball in off the plate for a ball.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
The 2-1 home. Hit the other way out toward right field. Williams is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. A 1-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. Drew Storen wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a
coach presses a player to keep raising the bar on the development of his signature skills.
Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Miami Marlins and the St. Louis Cardinals. Digging in, the switch hitter, Darren James. Runner in scoring position with two gone. Here comes the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, boy, the last few weeks have not been kind to them, to say the least, as they're working on trying to end a double-digit losing streak.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to find any way to dig themselves out of this current losing streak.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. Cards lead. Ready now for the Marlins, Victor Rivera, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Rivera.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. James has a beat on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. And next to the plate will be J.T. Riddle, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one. The 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, James. One out. Digging in to try it again, Robert Geary. He reached on a single in his first try.
Robert Geary.
The 1-1. Line drive to left. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Cut it. Cut hold.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. In the air now, out to right field. Riddle over to his left. 2 down. Ready for another chance, Sandy Alcantara. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James on the move. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard. Here's Nolan Arenado. He's tasked with starting the Marlins 6th.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score.
Oh, what a stop on the slide. And the first out of the inning is a beautiful one. What a play. Stepping up to the plate, Jonathan Lucroy. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The windup and the 0-1. On the ground to the left side. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. So we'll go at least one at-bat deeper into the top of the 6th after that 2 outs. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren James, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch on its way. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that's through into right field for a base hit. The throw to the plate. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Boy, you know, in today's game, D-Roll, pitchers are being taught high velocity, go get ahead, strike one. Boy, that didn't work in that situation.
Yeah, and guys have such put-away pitches, Dan. You don't want to go super deep in the count. Find yourself with 2 strikes on you, and here comes a nasty slider or a nasty split finger. He had an approach right there. He wanted to use an ambush tactic, and it worked.
And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. To second for 1. On to first. Not in time, as the umpire was right there to make the call. So they avoid what could have been a costly double play there.
Yeah, Met, credit the batter for busting out of the box and hustling down the line instead of getting mad at himself for rolling over on a ground ball. It's little things like that that can change the whole game.
Digging in once again, Jorge Bonifacio. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ready now. 2-strike pitch on its way. On the ground towards the hole, and it's through. A base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, so that'll hold that go-ahead run at third now with still only one away.
Well, there's a case, not that bad of a pitch, 0-2 D-roll, but something he'd like to get down and bury in the strike zone, no doubt about it.
Yeah, ground ball with eyes right there. Nice job by the offensive player, just to battle. 0-2's a tough spot to be in. He battled.
James has a play. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. Notch one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's now a 2-1 ball game. Striding in once again, Darren James, due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only one run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Into right field. That's a base hit. So the leadoff base hit puts the potential tying run aboard in the late stages of this one.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
Now at the plate, Tommy Pham. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And there he goes towards second. He swings and misses. Throw down. In time as he just gets the tag down.
Got to question the decision to run on an 0.
Now batting, Jonathan Lucroy. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Man, everybody knows that losing can become a habit, especially when your losing streak is up into double digits. But they get a win here, and they're hoping they've broken that bad habit for a long time to come.
MLB The Show is at the gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri, and lovely Bush. Michael Waka, the right-hander from the state of Iowa, gets the starting assignment. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if he can string together some real quality innings in this one.
Set to get his day started, Lewis Brinson, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. James over to his left. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Miami standing in, Darren James. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average. First pitch on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they were finally able to snap that long losing streak last time out. A rare bright spot in what's been a horribly difficult stretch.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here.
Boy, sometimes they say...
Into the box now, JT Riddle. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the 0-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James moves over. He's got it one away.
No runner, no runner. Hold it right there. Hold it.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Loves hitting left-handed off for right-handed pitchers. hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So it's a two-run shot to right center. 8th home run on the season for him. And with it, the Cardinals have come back to even things at 2.
This is a perfect example of the total concentration it takes to be a pitcher at this level. He was on cruise control, hitting his spots, preserving a 2-run lead, and then boom, he misses it.
Up next from Miami, Brian Anderson. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. Now the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. Ready to take his hacks again, Darren James, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And that is off the wall. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
He's not going to complain, but he was thinking what the rest of us were thinking when that left his bat. Home run number 2. Didn't quite have enough, so he has to be content with a double.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Antoine Webster. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Dribbled up the line.
Right there.
Anderson fields it cleanly. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. This is lifted out to left. James has it in his sights. 2 down.
Come on, hold it, hold it.
Now in the box, Darren James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. A swing and a ground ball to third. And this will get to the wall over near the 336 marker. And the go-ahead run will score from second as they've taken the lead here in the late going.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Row. You just get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
Coming to the plate now, Antoine Webster. He got on top and was a ground out victim last time. And he'll dive back in. James, base runner at first with 1 out. There he goes. But he won't draw a throw. That's taken for ball 4, and it's first and second now with 1 away. At the plate, Jose Martinez is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. But he won't have an opportunity to throw either man out. It's ball 4, and the bases are suddenly loaded now with only 1 away.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3 in the inning as they wind up escaping the bases-loaded jam. We've played 8 full. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Marlins 4. Well, the man you see right there had a game to be proud of. He really came through when it mattered, and he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question. He was a tough out up there. Ended up collecting 3 knocks, including a home run. So without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
A 1-run game, 6-5 the final today. The St. Louis Cardinals crossed the plate 3 times. Here we are at Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona, just about set for Friday night baseball on the show. Tonight, game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Arizona Diamondbacks. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Patrick Corbin will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Yeah, Matt, he's going to look to be a little bit better in this one. You could say scattering hits. Allowed 9 hits in his last start. His stuff is much better than that, and he certainly isn't going to be able to give up 9 hits in this one if his team expects to win.
James is there, and he has it for the out. And now here's a look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Who do you have your eye? Ready now, Darren James, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. Well, guys, you take a look at this Diamondback squad as they begin play here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone, whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set. You take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
Count remains at 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the D-backs 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian. It'll be Paul Goldschmidt that leads things off. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James will wait on it. And he's got it for out number 1. Digging in, Darren James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. wide at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Now the 2-0 home. 3-0 now.
Well, 2 on, 2 outs, and he's got himself in a great hitter's count. He just has to be careful not to get too aggressive. A walk would be good here, too.
Here it comes, the 3-0. Line drive to center field. Ramos is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 2 hits here in the inning lead to a run for the Redbirds. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Cardinals 1. Here's Yasmani Tomas.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. James is there. Makes the play, 1 away. So here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, Steven Souza. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Ready with the 1 and 2. This is line to left. In there, a base hit. Coming to the plate now, Darren James. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Hey, this offense needs to get it going right here. Somebody has to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Just missed a home run to the deepest part of the yard. It's off the wall.
Come on, get out, get out, get out.
And tries for third. And he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple.
Every coach will tell you when you're down by 2, you don't want to take too many chances on the base pass. Regardless, he hustles into third for the triple, and the tying run is coming to the plate.
So striding forward now, Andreas Zamora. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here's the 2-2. Hit down the line at first. And they'll only be able to get the out at first here as the run is in to score from third.
A simple ground ball to the infield.
Back to the top spot in the Arizona lineup now, and stepping in, Benedict Henley. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. Here's the 0-2. Hit on the ground to third. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Not a lot you can do.
Digging in and looking for more, Steven Souza. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James moves over, and that's the 3rd out. So no runs here, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 8th inning coming up, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In the dirt, and now let's see. And a very big mistake, as that'll move the possible go-ahead run into scoring position. And there's the 4th wide one, so he's aboard on the intentional walk.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, Andreas Zamora. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Working for the punch out and the offering. Pulls this one in the air out to left. And that's going to fall for a base hit. Throw into third. And he is out at third base, trying to move up as a possible go-ahead run, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. Ready for another shot now, Darren James.
Left fielder, Darren James.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Tough slider down low for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now. So the leadoff man reaches base safely here in extra innings.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Road, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Souza will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Now batting, second baseman, Brayden Romero.
Fly ball out toward left center field. There to handle it is Tomas, and there are 2 away now. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Michael Colburn. There are 2 gone, and the possible go-ahead run at first. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Runners off for second. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to... 1 left for the... Digging in to try it again, Yasmani Tomas. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Fly ball to straightaway left. James has a beat on it, and that's the second out of the inning. Here's Chris Owings now. He went down on strikes last time up.
Chris Owings.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. DeYoung is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more baseball ahead. So they go quietly here in this half inning. On to inning number 12 we go. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Ready for another chance, Darren James. He comes in with a couple of hits, including a triple in 4 at-bats. From the stretch. And that one just missed outside.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
Missed with a slider. Two and one now. Now the 2-1. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Pham at third, Martinez at second, Webster at first with no outs. And he gets him swinging. What a big out there, as there is now one away. programming note to pass along here. Due to the length of our ball game tonight, the Jody Kelsey show will not be seen this evening, so that we can bring you the conclusion of this ball game.
Man, that was definitely a hard-earned victory, but that's what's going to make it even more satisfying. They take it in 12 innings on the road, and it's all smiles now.
And tonight's comes to an end, 6-3 the final. Brett Cecil gets the win. And we'll jump into this one with the bases empty, but 2 runs already home in the inning. Digging in, the switch hitter, Darren James. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
Hey, when I see a swing like that, this guy made up his mind before that pitcher even came set. He was pulling the trigger no matter what.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, when you hear people talk about the unwritten rules of baseball, I think we just saw a perfect example of that. You hit one of mine, and I'm going to hit one of yours. Always been that way, and probably always will be, even though they've tried to crack down on that kind of stuff recently.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. A weak chopper up the line. And he'll just step on first here to take the sure out. Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. To first. Salter takes it in. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. John Brebbia is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
6-3 the final score today. St. Louis came through late, taking. MLB Network has baseball from the Valley of the Sun, Chase Field in Phoenix. Lots of pink all around for this Mother's Day matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Who will get the better of this compelling matchup? We'll find out next on MLB Network. The next to bat for St. Louis, Darren James, having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase. First delivery to him on the way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Well, guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they come in trying to put together a complete ball game as they've lost their last 2.
Hey, Matty V, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Row. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Down. Striding in once again, Darren James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch coming. Here it is. Right over the middle, knee high. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. And he'll be back in standing up. He's set. Now the pitch. On the ground is short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to Goldschmidt, a double play. So striding forward now, Darren James. First pitch on its way. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
Man, the Redbirds, they've been struggling all game long. They've yet to been able to get that big hit. This is the time for the big hit for the Redbirds.
The 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. Here's the 2-1 home. Ripped down the line.
On the bag, right here.
Beautiful dive. He gathers the throw. What an outstanding play to end the inning. They call it the hot corner for a reason, and this is a beauty to take us to break. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Darren James. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-1. And a breaking ball stays outside. Bases are empty, one man out. Hit hard towards center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bringing the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Paul DeYoung. It was a walk in his last trip. Runner goes for second.
Run it out, run it out.
Shot on the ground is short. On to first, and that means the Cardinals are down to their final out now. Coming to the plate now, Antoine Webster. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Hit on the ground toward the left.
Pick it up.
Played on the backhand. And he'll beat the throw to first despite a fantastic effort. And that ought to be scored an infield single. And they will put the tag on him. They got him. And with that, the ball game is over.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
The Southern California sun is starting to set as we welcome you to Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's next for the Dodgers, Logan Forsythe. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. This is skied into short left center. Calling for it, James. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Time now to check out how the hometown Dodgers line up in this one. Stepping in, Darren James. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race. Here's the first pitch to him. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Dan Dero, you check out this Dodger team as they enter play here tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this is a nice one. First game of a homestand. You played well on the road. You got a chance to grab a shower and sleep in your own bed last night. I bet you this team comes out on the attack today.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
At the plate, Antoine Webster. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Antoine Webster.
Find the ball, find the ball, find the ball.
And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
A lot of traffic hitting the base pass first and second with one out. I know you're looking for a double play ball, Dan.
No question about it. I think one of the things you like to do on a pitcher is try to jump on him early before he gets settled in. So far, so good. First and second looks like a big inning could be brewing.
Softly hit to the left side. This deflects right off him. Throw over to third here, and a nice job to stay with it that time and get the second out of the inning. So a really smart decision. Digging in for his second at-bat, Darren James. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Here's a high pop-up. Bellinger shading to his right. And he makes the catch for the second out. Leading off the inning, Kenta Maeda, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Here's Didi Gregorius.
Now batting, third baseman, Didi Gregorius.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. James will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Dodgers down in order. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Stepping into the box, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. First pitch of the at-bat. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Great execution of that changeup right there. Great arm action. Batter was totally out front on that one.
The windup and the 0-1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals to this point. 1-2 now.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. Leading off the inning, Darren James, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Liberatore, a California-born ball player. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Taking it in is Puig, and there's your first out. Visiting Cardinals lead. Ready once again, Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Waiting on it is Tolles. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
And this evening's contest comes to a close. Tuesday night baseball here on the show from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Tonight, the second of 3. In now is Yasiel Puig, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Yasiel Puig.
Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. To make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Into the box now, Darren James, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment.
Digging in, Kyle Farmer, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Farmer.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. James is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Cut hold, cut hold, cut hold.
At the plate, Didi Gregorius. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. James is after it, makes the play, 1 away. Settling in now, Darren James. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
No swing on the knuckle curve, even at 1-1. Woods ready. Here's the 1-1. And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch. Line to shortstop, and there's 1 away. An early look at the line. Digging in to try it again, Darren James. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Hit on the ground out to short. Seager right there. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 2-3 goes. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Andrew Toles. So far 2 for 3 in this one. The 2-1 home. Softly on a line to third. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Well, folks, that's what Kenny Jansen does. When he enters the game, the hopes of the other team, they usually just leave. Slams the door again right here.
Well, the Santa Ana Winds are kicking. Nate Eovaldi gets the assignment for the rubber match in this series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, listen, you don't have to know much about statistics to know that this is a bad one. How about this guy on the year as a starting pitcher? Left-handers are hitting over 300 against this guy. He's going to have to change something, or he won't be pitching very long in this league.
That's lifted the other way out to left. James has a beat on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Digging in the switch hitter, Darren James, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. In there, no balls and a strike. Dero, Danny, this LA Dodger ball club as they enter play here this afternoon. They've been playing better than 500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here. Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Colby Rasmus. Past battles with Kendall Graveman. He's 3 for 15. The 2-2. This is hit the other way out toward left field. James is there, and that retires the side. Ready for another chance? Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. DeYoung is off at first with 2 away. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. The 0-2 delivery. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Ready with another 0-2. And that one just missed outside. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Cards. Striding in once again, Nate Eovaldi comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The windup and the 0-1. Lifted in the air out to left field. James has it in his sights, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Ready once again, Colby Rasmus. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Belted high in the air out to left. James looking up. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning.
Well, you really can't blame the man on the mound. He single-handedly kept them in this thing. But with one swing of the bat, we're all knotted up. Things are officially interesting, and we're for a good finish in this one.
Digging in once again, Darren James. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Outside, 3-0 now. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. There's a line drive out toward the gap in right center. Around first, digging for 2. Arms pumping. He's hustling for third. And he is out at third. And that's a big mistake there leading off the inning.
Just a really poor decision to push.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Ready on 0-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, James. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Ready for another shot now, Darren James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. A sold-out crowd, 56,000 strong at the start, all up in L.A. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Cardinals down to their final strike here. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch that tied him up in knots, and the ball game is over.
Hey, we were really treated to a good one today. Bottom of the 8th proved to be the difference, though, and a good job here in the 9th to close the book on this one.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1, the final score this afternoon. Time to get the weekend started with Friday Night Baseball. From Carlos Martinez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
You know, Matt, he wasn't all that bad in his last one. In a day and age where we don't see a lot of complete games, 6 full innings in his last one, and if they can score him a few runs, he has a chance to win this one here today.
Ground ball left side, and there's out number 2. A chance here to check out the starting lineup. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Darren James. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I know they dropped the first 3 games of this road trip, but you got to find a way to shower it off. I always said that when I left the field after I took that shower after the game, it's got to go down the drain. That game has got to go away. They find themselves in a new series right now with a chance to redeem themselves.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Time for a look at the Buccos on D.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Julian Cortez. He reached on a single in his first try. This is hit the other way out toward left field. James is over just a few steps to his right as he takes it for out number 2. Up next for the Buccos, Julian Cortez. He flew out in his last at bat. Anthony on at first, nobody out. In the air now, out to left. James is in pursuit. Makes the play, one away.
No running, no running.
So digging in now, Darren James. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway. Now at the plate, Jose Martinez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Nobody out, runner on first. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Stepping into the box, Barack Alexander. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Comes set with the 0-1. Hit in the air out toward left. Cortez moves over. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Carlos Martinez. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And now they've got him in a rundown, and they've got the runner hung up between first and second. And try as he might, but he can't escape the tag there, and the inning is over. Josh Harrison stands in. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. He's only 1 for 10.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
James is there, and he'll bring this one in. In now, Darren James. He singled his last time up.
Darren James.
Here comes the first pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Well, you don't need us to tell you, it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
And that is through into right field for a single. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing right now. And it is around the strike.
And now they've got him picked off.
You know the defense wants that play back. They had him totally picked off when he took off early, but they just couldn't finish him off. We'll see if that comes back to bite him here.
And ball 4 now as he'll take first on the intentional walk. So stepping in, Barack Alexander. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning.
Alexander.
Is put in play to the right side of the infield. On to first, and the Redbird rally goes for naught as that ends the inning. So here's Tyler Austin now. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Well, he didn't even break a sweat this one. 3 pitches, he gets the out, and heads to the clubhouse to celebrate. Can't do much better than that.
And tonight's ends is a 3-0 shutout win. St. Louis jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Carlos Martinez earned his 5th win. MLB The Show has baseball for you on a Saturday night in St. Louis. Alex Reyes is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, I'm really excited to watch this guy in this one. He's strung together a solid season up to this point. ERA in the low 2s, and that's not an easy thing to do in this day and age of high-scoring games and home runs and teams.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. Pirates leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Standing in, Darren James having a very nice year, currently 2nd in the NL batting chase. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty, but you know the old adage that what they say is momentum on a baseball field is the next day's starting pitcher.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Darren James. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move in.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gone! Solo shot to right center. Home run number 9 on the year, and the Cardinals move out in front 1-0.
If you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Digging in and looking for more, Darren James comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a strike. Coming down in buckets. Cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
That's a ball 1. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Right over the middle, knee high. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. Still tied 1 apiece. Digging in, Darren James will swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
Low for ball 1. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Harrison's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired.
Now batting, right fielder, Gregory.
Hit hard on the ground is short. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. So the top of the ninth keeps it rolling as he comes through with 2 away.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands.
In now is Adam Eaton. Head-to-head battles with Shane Green. He's a .333 hitter. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This is lifted out to left. James has a beat on it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Stepping up now, Darren James. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the first pitch. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
And it's fouled away. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least 1 more. So they pick up no runs on no hits. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Julian Cortez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here's the 0-2. Left side. Webster is up with it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Ready now, Darren James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Too low, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. Low and away as he misses again, 2-0.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. The 2-1 is taken, ball 3.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
The 3-1 is ripped into the gap. This could be extra bases. And don't change the channel yet, as extra bases are going to put the tying run in scoring position. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
When you drive the ball into the gap like that, nothing but good things can happen. Neither one of the outfielders had the wheels to catch up to it, and he glides easily into second for a double. Now we'll see if the guys behind him can get him in.
So striding in, Antoine Webster, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Grounded back up the middle. Mora ranges to his left. Throw to first to be in time for the final out, and the Pirates have put an end to their 4-game slide as this ball game is over. 3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Greg Holland claims the win out of the pen, his first. Kyle Crick hammers down. Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and the St. Louis Cardinals. Luke Weaver gets the start for St. Louis in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Digging in, Jose Peraza. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Shortstop, Jose Peraza.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. James moving in, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds start. Leading off the inning, Scooter Gennett, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Now the pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, James, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion.
Settling in now, Darren James, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Darren James.
In there, and it's 0-1. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Time for a look at the Cincinnati Reds on deck.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Darren James. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Gone! Two-run shot to straightaway center. Number 10 for him on the year. And the Cardinals open it up now. It's 4-1.
Well, that's the second home run of the inning, and their lead grows bigger. It's like a runaway train on a downhill slope right now. And the other guys are trying to throw twigs in the spokes to stop it.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Ray Nagel.
Hit in the air out toward left. Moving under it, James. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Ready to take his hacks again, Darren James, as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And in that last at-bat, it makes you think this guy...
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him. Digging in and looking for more, Jose Martinez. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. Striding in once again, Barack Alexander.
Catcher, Barack Alexander.
First pitch on its way. Pitch outside, the throw. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
Clearly, they're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead, and now they've got a chance to add on to it.
Popped up. Suarez moving to his left, and the inning is over. So a good bounce-back inning here after the 5-run out. Digging in once again, Joey Votto. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat. Hit on the ground out to short, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. So we'll go at least 1 at-bat deeper into the top of the 6th after that. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Darren James. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
7 runs, an equal number of hits, 1 error for the Cardinals to this point.
Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Jones going back, and it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field, his second of the game, as this is now a 7-run ball game. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. Head-to-head battles with Shane Green. He's gone 2 for 5. He also has 1 home run. The Reds down to their last strike. Hit hard to third. And there's his first base hit in this one.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2, no put-away pitch, works the count back to neutral, and is able to mix in a base hit. Nice job.
8-1 is the final tonight. The Redbirds took the lead in the 4th. And Wednesday night baseball now from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Kendall Graveman, a right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if he can string together some real quality innings in this one.
And a moment now to glance at the Reds lineup card in this one. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
You always have to look out for a guy like Joey Votto. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot.
And the catcher grabs it to retire the side. The inning is over. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adam Duvall. Past battles with Kendall Graveman. He's 1 for 3. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Moving under it, James. And they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the catch, so just the 1-run scores here. Ready for another chance. Darren James. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. First pitch of the at-bat. Missed with a slider. Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. Pulled toward right center field. After it is Jones. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Now the 0-2 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James has it in his sights. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. Ready for another shot now. Darren James. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that slider's almost in the dirt. The 1-0 is taken, strike 1. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Suarez waits on it, and that retires the side.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Ray.
This one's down to third. And that's through for a hit. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Sometimes this game doesn't make sense right there. He's out on his front side.
Digging in to try it again, Max Kepler. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
This is line to left, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. So it's a leadoff base hit, and it makes for a good start to the inning for Cincinnati.
Boy, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right.
Striding in to start the ninth, Darren James, and they'll need him to get something going here. First delivery to him on the way. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Tapper up the line, but it gets foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away.
Well, this has been a completely different. Yeah, it's only been a week, but I guess it probably feels like a million years ago since they.
Just to the west of the mighty Mississippi, we're at the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Today, the third and final game in this 3-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and the St. Carlos Martinez starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you want to know if this guy's one of the better pitchers in the league? Well, how about this? Batters are hitting under 200 against this guy for the year, so he's done a good job against both righties and lefties. And I'm looking for him to be just as dominant in this one.
And guys, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, they come into this one fresh off a victory last time out that ended a 6-game losing streak.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Row? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah,
there's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. To right center. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and the Cardinals move out in front 1-0.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Gee.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Darren James. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles in that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
1 ball, no strikes to count. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed a guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
pulled high in the air out to right field. Kepler's there for it. Makes the play, 1 away. Ready now for Cincinnati. Eugenio Suarez. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. Just a 2 for 14 line, so advantage pitcher here. This one's flared out toward left. James coming on. Oh, and he botches it. Duvall rounds third and is digging for the plate. He will score, and the Reds have tied it. We're all square at 1 apiece.
Hey, Dero, it's about time.
Ready once again, Max Kepler. He's gone down on strikes twice already in this one. And Dan, when you know you have a chance to hand someone a hat trick for the game, is there any extra motivation to punch him out again?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, Matt. When you have a good hitter like...
And now, meanwhile, this is going to be extra bases, and that may just get a couple of runners home. Now both men are across to score. Now the relay home. And he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no...
Leading off the inning, Darren James, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Called strike over the outside part of the plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Find the ball, find the ball, find the ball.
Into right field. That's a base hit. So that's a pair of hits for him now this afternoon as he lines that one sharply into right. And as you see there, he's currently pacing this Redbirds team in that category. The next to bat for St. Louis, Antoine Webster. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Webster.
Here now the 2-2. He's running in the air now out to right field. Heading after it is Kepler. He's there and records the first out. Coming to the plate now, Jose Martinez. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Look into McCann, the 1-1.
Pick it up,
this is flared out towards second. On to Votto, a double play, and that ends the inning. 1 hit's all they get. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Anthony DeSclafani. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. This is line to left. James is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good.
Digging in, Darren James. He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball, 1-0. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, Dero, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, Dero, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. To second for 1. Throw to first is going to be offline, so they just get the 1 on the play.
Well, he definitely rushed himself on that return throw to first there, and he threw it away. They got the force at second, and the runner didn't advance, so it'll just score the fielder's choice.
And a dive, but he's back in there. And another throw over. Runner back safely. And yet another throw over. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
The 1-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to third.
Right here.
One there. On to Votto, a double play, and that ends the inning. In now for the Reds, Adam Duvall. He'll start things off in the top of the 9th as they look for a little insurance. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball. Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win.
Clutch hitting has not been a strength for this team, and their manager lets them know it.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and 1 gone in the inning.
The left fielder, number 8, Aaron James.
A ball and no strikes. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in counts where he's likely to be successful.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now. The 2-1 home. Taken on the outside corner for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Into right field, that's a base hit.
That a way to square it up. Great job.
The left fielder, number 4, Charles Chadwick.
On the ground to the left side. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
That's the way to hit the ball right there. Good job.
Now batting, right fielder, Dexter Fowler.
And he misses ball 4. So now that potential tying run scoots up 90 feet to third base.
Center field number 20, Tommy Pham.
And that misses, ball 4. So now the tying run will come across to score.
And this is a great example of what happens when you can't find the strike zone. The first walk of the inning looked harmless enough, but this one brings a runner home. Self-inflicted.
Brandon Maurer is on to pitch out of the bullpen.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next two.
Saturday Night Baseball here on the show. Here's Buster Posey now. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Drilled to the left side. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2-2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, Dero, of being able to get the barrel to the ball, and this is one of those guys.
First offering on its way. On the ground to third. Suzuki gloves it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Time for a look at the San Francisco Giants.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. Hit in the air to left field. James sprinting after it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Digging in the switch hitter, Darren James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch on its way. Here's a strike.
0-1.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
Here it comes on 0-2.
Yeah, make the turn.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Cards leave. So in now for San Francisco, Brandon Crawford, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
This game is rolling right along as we move.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup, so a home run.
Next to bat for the Giants, Brock Diaz. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. James is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Giants down in order. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Darren James. Tackles ready. First pitch on the way. And the changeup is way low that time. Fastball hit on the ground is short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Once. Here's Buster Posey now. It was a single for him in his last at bat. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Into the bleachers and gone.
And the home crowd has really come to life here in the bottom of the 8th. They know it's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. The Giants used a nice 5th inning to take the lead. Sunday afternoon baseball on the show as we welcome you inside AT&T. Chris Stratton, the Mississippi native, will be on the mound in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
And that's out number 1. And here's a look at the home. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone.
Andrew McCutchen.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground toward the left. And there's a base hit as the run will score from third, and the Giants break out on top here 1-0.
Boy, that's a tough one right there.
Stepping into the box, Darren James having a very nice year, currently second in the NL batting chase. First pitch on its way. A bullet to first base, and they'll put the tag on him heading back to first. It's a double play. Now to the plate, Darren James will swing it from the left side right here.
And this is the side of the plate this guy loves to hit at. Hitting over 350 left-handed, hitting against right-handed pitching.
And, oh, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1. And the pitch. And that misses. 1-1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full. 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
This is pulled into right. McCutchen will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Coming to the plate now, Tommy Joseph. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James has a beat on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. At the plate, Michael Taylor. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 3-2 pitch. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. James looks up into the bleachers and gone.
This is just one of those parks where the ball seems to jump off the bat a lot more during the day.
Now batting, Buster Posey. It was a walk in his last trip. Swing and a looper to left. James moving forward makes the play, 1 away. And the runner not tagging will retreat to second base. Ready once again, Andrew McCutchen. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Andrew McCutchen.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Fly ball out to straightaway left. James moves over. And that's in there. Base hit. Panic is on his way home. He scores as they move on top 4-0.
And you know, there's just so few places in.
Digging in once again, Darren James. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Line toward the gap in left center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit.
All right, hold up, right here.
And a relay home. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Well, it isn't exactly earth-shattering, but when you struggle like they have at the plate all day, you take any extra base hit that you can get. If they can string together a few at-bats like that, they're going to get right back into this thing.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Smoke toward the hole. A dive,
right
but he
here. Find
can't
the
knock
ball.
it
Find
down.
the ball.
It's through for a base hit. And not in time as the run scores.
Hey, that pitch was nasty right there. He couldn't have done any more with that. For him to get a knock on this pitch right here, pretty special.
2 runs, 6 hits. 1 error for the Cardinals to this point.
Hit on the ground to third. To second for 1. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score. Digging in to try it again, Trace Thompson will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning.
Wow, that's what a pitcher gets for not putting what he thought was.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. James has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Digging in and looking for more, Darren James. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. One out, nobody on. Right side. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Road, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Runners on the move for second. Got him swinging. The throw. He's in there easy. The throw bounces on the way down. Barack Alexander. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. This is pulled into right. But he will make the catch on the hard hit ball out there, and that will conclude matters here as this ball game is over.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home.